Hey, this is Davin with Hagerty and Will It Run? And today I'm at Jeff's house, and this is not a Northern Michigan 1949 F1 pickup truck because it's together in one piece and not rotted.
Right.
So, Jeff, tell me about this thing.
A friend and client, John, came to me and he was looking for a 49 F1, specific 49 because that's the year he was born. And about a week and a half, 2 weeks after some searching, this was located on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. And it was down in Alabama. And I think it's spent a long time in a barn. The guy that we got from, he did tell us it was in a barn. You can still see the witness marks on all the tires where it's been sitting flat for a long time. But it is probably one of the most original complete trucks I've ever had the opportunity to see. I believe all four wheels are the wheels they left the factory with, because underneath the hubcaps is the same Barcelona blue paint.
Oh, nice.
Operator's manuals in the glove box. Door handles don't sag, and it's a pretty truck. And I'm hoping that with a little bit of luck today, you and I will
Think we can make it make noise?
Yeah, make some
All right.
boom bang.
So what do we got?
Left side.
Left side.
Yep, pull that. And then there's a safety catch over on this side that you push forward.
Go ahead. It's easy. Hey, if you like what you're watching, do me a favor and go check out the Hagerty Drivers Club. Subscription to our award-winning magazine, discounts on all sorts of car stuff, 24/7 roadside assistance with flatbed towing, access to VIP events. The link's in the description.
And see, this is, one thing that we were kind of noticing is it looked like somebody started to attempt something.
Clean up some of the wires or whatnot.
Yeah, because this is modern. But I don't think they got very far.
No, because they didn't even heat shrink them.
No.
All right.
And I verified when it showed up that it does turn over.
Oh, good. Let's make this thing make some fire. All right, well, we got the truck inside, and well, Jeff, I know you've looked a little bit at some things prior to this.
Yeah.
What do you think the best course of action here is to get this thing running?
Well, being that it's a client's vehicle, I know we never did this in the past on the wheel runs. We just basically tried to start it in the field where it was sitting, wherever it was sitting. And I decided I wanted to pull the inspection cover on the pan because I wanted to make sure that the screen to the pump was clear, and it was completely clogged. Not one spot was open. So in preventative maintenance, I went ahead, cleaned that, and I put new oil in it.
Right.
Upon putting new oil in it, I noticed that 3 quarts still wasn't showing on the pan. 4 quarts wasn't showing in the pan. And what I think we have here is a lot of sludge in the lifter valley. And so I'm thinking, if we want to look and check out what's in the intake, pull the carb at the same time, go through that.
I just so happen to have a Borescope with me.
Awesome.
So
Take a look.
Yeah, let's do exactly that. Let's
right.
Let's pull the pump out. Let's look underneath there. And move forward.
Sounds good. Let's just to get this out of the way, if it will come out of the way.
Get it?
I'm caught on something.
I got it this way. One fuel pump out of the way. There's a lot of sediment in your sediment bulb.
A lot of wear on the push rod too. Fuel pump push rod.
Right. So you had a problem that there was no clamp on this hose, but you didn't mind that this is air hose?
Just what I'm saying.
Just saying.
I don't know if you guys saw this earlier too. This is an extension cord that's going up through the firewall, and it's going to the.
This is 100% a farm truck.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's use this Borescope. Go down in there and see what we have inside of the intake valley. But I have to say this first. Huge shout out to Teslong for shooting me this camera, because I think it's going to be pretty helpful, especially right now.
Ooh.
Not looking so hot up top here.
Oh, I can't even really see what. Oh.
Hey, there's valve springs.
Yeah, I can see them. I mean, maybe it's not that bad. On the engine that I tore apart before, you couldn't see valve springs.
Oh, well, we're in good shape then.
Yeah, there you go. I can actually see a keeper.
Okay. Well, there we go.
I see something shiny, which...
Cams and the cams there.
Yeah.
So here, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. How much gook is on the end of the camera?
Ooh.
So we took our test sample, and hey, look at that, there's Jeff.
Yeah, hey.
There's Jeff in the engine. So we got, I'll say what I would expect, Jeff. I don't see a ton. I don't see so much that it's like, eh. Well, I mean, there's quite a bit of, there's more crap here, I think, than what we're thinking, too. In spots, right?
Yeah.
What I want to see is a good, any of the drain holes.
That area right there looks like one to me.
Right.
But I don't see any holes on either side of that.
I know. What do you think?
I say we keep going farther.
Farther.
It's not, well, we're here. Let's pull the carb.
So farther as in pull the intake? But, well, we got to pull the carburetor anyway and clean it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
we know we want to do that.
I got to shop back. Let's clean around the intakes. We don't drop any of that crap in.
All right. Okay, let's do that.
All right.
What the camera's showing me is that, well, it's clearly not showing me that the oil passage draining back down is clear enough to visibly see. So instead of having a concern of not getting any oil down to the pan, and as soon as we start it up, it pumps it all out and then messes up the bearings, we're going to yank the intake manifold.
Yeah.
And possibly scoop some stuff out of it. So,
Got your spoons?
Yep.
There you go. You'll want a new gasket.
7RT. Do you see the baling wire farm fix there to keep it in the summer mode?
Worked.
Works.
For what it's worth, that rotor's not going to work.
Oh, it's broke, isn't it?
So I think what happened is that the cap wasn't on and it got spun.
Yeah, and it got caught up on a post, and when it reached its limit, it pulled it and snapped the plastic.
Reached its limit.
Okay.
Yes.
3 pieces.
On my side. Yeah, mine is too.
Oh, yummy. Ooh, boy. Yeah, we were definitely on the good end of that. Non-detergent oil, the idea was you didn't suspend the gook. You let it drop in sediment. That's what this is after so many years, right?
Yep.
And then detergent oil was meant to suspend the particles and then run them out of, run them through the filter. And these after filters were an afterthought. I mean, truly, they were better than zero. Yeah, I think as soon as we get some of this out of here, we can get some oil where the oil's flowing back real nice. Like my own Play-Doh machine here.
So, the fact that this has sat for a good number of years, I happen to have a rebuild kit here for it. So while we have the intake off, what better time than to just go through this real quick and at least get the new plunger in it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sure the other one's...
Traffic poop?
Yeah.
You took my screwdriver, man. This is yours. It's a distance. Well, we had the intake manifold off, and you can see we had a whole lot of sludge in there from the oil. Jeff and I scooped about a good 5 pounds out. It is definitely not 100% clean yet, but we do have the oil passages opened up so we can get some oil flow going back down to the pump. So otherwise we'd have oil stuck on the top side and it'll never get down back to the pump to get to the mains and the rods. Certainly Jeff is going to have to flush this a little bit more for a longer term running. But for what we're after today, we got it clean enough and we're going to continue on. We got the intake actually back on. Jeff has also already went through and cleaned up the carburetor, so that's ready. And now we're going to put the fuel pump back in. We got our solenoid kind of temporaried up here with another used old one. The solenoid makes a funny noise. And what we're going to go forward with, it spun over real nice, so that starter's working pretty good. What we'll do now is we're going to go tackle the ignition. We're going to check our coil. We're going to change out the points and the condenser, and then check for some spark, and just keep on moving.
At least this way we know we're going the right direction.
So there you go. You got it.
Just like that. Gripping like crazy. You have the coil, you have the ignition, and you have the starter button.
Oh, here, you can have one.
I got fuel.
You can have one.
Gonna make me do this. That means you gotta operate the throttle from over there.
Yeah, well, it's on my side.
That makes, yeah. All right. We good?
Yeah, I think so. These are tight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn our fuel pump back on. Okay, I'm ready if you are. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Is that easy? Look at that. Huh? Oh, wow. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Maybe the starter just stuck. Here we go.
Yeah.
And it's breathing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You're up on high idle. Look at that. Huh? All right, Jeff. So this 49 Ford Flathead is running. But you got your work cut out. You got to pull that intake manifold to get
Couple more
clean that a
times.
little more. Hey, but the carburetor's done. That thing's ready to roll. Did a nice job on that, obviously.
Fuel pump's ready to go.
Yep. Yep.
Really, I think this is just a maintenance project from here on out. Getting that oil.
Yeah, just to get that cleaned out.
De-sludged.
Yep. Yep. Like I said, I would go through and run some diesel through it. Soak it. You could even literally fill it.
Yeah.
Fill it with diesel, let it soak, and then obviously drain it all out real good, swish it around, and yeah, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Yeah, because it doesn't sit not. You know, it would have been knocking and all that if it was starving for oil, and it wasn't doing that at all. So.
Right.
No, good deal. Well, I can't wait to see this thing go back down the road again because this is a ridiculously solid truck.
This is a sweetheart. Yeah, you don't find them much nicer than this.
We said it's going to be blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That's going to look good.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's the I think going to be the most exciting next step.
Right.
Is to clean it.
So speaking of will it run? Yes, this 49 Ford pickup runs. Accomplished.
Accomplished.
Nice
well
job.
done.
But hey, you know what? I got to get back to the shop to get my work done, and I know you got a couple things to do in here too. So, like we always say, get out in the shop, go get your work done. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
Cool.
You might want to attach that different.
I think so.